Did you know that almost everything you think you know about pumpkins might be completely wrong? I mean seriously, this orange gourd that shows up everywhere in the fall is hiding some absolutely insane secrets. We see them on our porches, we taste them in our lattes, but we have no idea what they're truly capable of. For the next few minutes, I'm going to take you on a journey to uncover the most mind-blowing, unbelievable, and downright weird truths about pumpkins. I guarantee you'll never look at a jack-o'-lantern the same way again. I'm Chris, and today we're diving deep into the world of pumpkins, and trust me, it's way crazier than you could ever imagine. We're going to explore everything from pumpkins that weigh more than cars, to the shocking secret ingredient in your favorite pumpkin spice latte. I've gathered 12 of the most unbelievable facts that will completely change how you see this iconic symbol of autumn. Alright, let's start with a fact that will literally rewrite your elementary school science books. You see this big orange thing? You probably call it a vegetable, right? Wrong! Pumpkins are actually fruits, I'm not even kidding. Botanically speaking, a fruit is the part of a plant that develops from a flower and contains the seeds. And what's inside every single pumpkin you've ever carved? Seeds! Hundreds of them! You think the pumpkins at your local grocery store are big? That's nothing. I want you to imagine the biggest pumpkin you've ever seen. Now double it, triple it, it's still not even close. The world record for the largest pumpkin ever grown is so massive it's hard to even comprehend. In 2023, a grower in Italy smashed the previous record with a pumpkin that weighed an unbelievable 2,749 pounds. To put that into perspective, that is heavier than a small car. So, if I took one of these massive things and chucked it into a swimming pool, it would sink straight to the bottom like a rock, right? That's what I thought too, but it's completely wrong. Despite their incredible weight and dense appearance, pumpkins can float. The secret is that pumpkins are mostly just water. We're talking about 90% water content. This buoyancy is so effective that people actually have pumpkin regattas, hollowing out giant pumpkins, turning them into boats and literally paddling them across lakes. Long before we were carving spooky faces into pumpkins for Halloween, Native Americans had discovered the incredible versatility of this amazing fruit. For thousands of years, pumpkins were a fundamental part of their diet, culture, and technology. For example, they recognized the power of the seeds. Pumpkin seeds were not just a snack, they were used as a form of medicine to treat various ailments. They would cut the pumpkin's flesh into long, thin strips, let them dry in the sun, and weave them together to make strong, functional mats for homes. It's an incredible example of using nature to its fullest potential. Have you ever wondered what gives pumpkins that iconic, vibrant orange color? It's not just for looks. That color is a sign of something incredibly powerful hiding inside. The bright orange pigment comes from a compound called beta-carotene. This is the same stuff that makes carrots orange and sweet potatoes orange. And when you eat it, something amazing happens inside your body. It's like a natural superpower that you can unlock just by eating some pumpkin. Your body is an amazing machine. When you consume beta-carotene, your liver converts it into vitamin A. And vitamin A is absolutely essential for keeping your eyes healthy. It helps you see better in low-light conditions and protects the surface of your eye. So, in a way, eating pumpkin can actually help give you better vision. So the next time your parents told you to eat your carrots to see in the dark, they should have been telling you to eat your pumpkin pie too. Alright, I need everyone who loves pumpkin spice lattes to sit down for this one, because I am about to expose a massive conspiracy. Stop! Every fall the world goes crazy for pumpkin spice everything. Lattes, candles, donuts, even dog food. But here's the shocking truth companies don't want you to know. There is absolutely no pumpkin in pumpkin spice. I repeat, zero pumpkin. You've been lied to this whole time. Pumpkin spice is simply the name for the blend of spices traditionally used to season pumpkin pie. Cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, allspice, ginger. So that pumpkin spice latte you're drinking is really just a cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, ginger latte. Mind blown. The tradition of carving jack-o'-lanterns is a Halloween staple, but have you ever stopped to think about where it came from? The story is actually way spookier and stranger than you think, and it didn't even start with pumpkins. The tradition originated in Ireland, born from an old folktale about a man named Stingy Jack. The legend says Jack tricked the devil multiple times. When he died, he was barred from both heaven and hell, and was forced to roam the earth for eternity. To light his way in the dark, Jack carried a single ember from hell tucked inside a hollowed-out turnip. The Irish people began to carve scary faces into their own turnips, potatoes, beets. When Irish immigrants came to America in the 19th century, they brought this tradition with them. They quickly discovered that the pumpkins native to North America were much larger and far easier to carve than a tough little turnip. When I say the word pumpkin, what color do you immediately picture? Orange, right? But I'm here to tell you that you've been living in an orange-washed pumpkin world. The reality is that pumpkins come in an absolutely insane variety of colors. There are pumpkin varieties that are ghostly white like the Casper. Then you have pumpkins that are a deep, moody blue-gray color like the Jarrahdale and Blue Doll. There are even green pumpkins, striped pumpkins, and pumpkins covered in weird, warty bumps. So next time you go to a pumpkin patch, look past the sea of orange and you might find something truly unique. A single pumpkin seed doesn't just sprout a small plant, it unleashes an absolute monster of a vine. The growth of a pumpkin vine is one of the most aggressive and impressive things you'll see in the plant kingdom. It doesn't grow up, it grows out, spreading across the ground like an invading army, and it moves fast. Just one of these vines can easily spread out to be 30 feet long, 40 feet long, or even 50 feet long. That's longer than a school bus. It will just take over an entire section of a garden, with huge leaves that look like elephant ears. And the productivity is just as crazy. A single healthy pumpkin vine can produce anywhere from 2 large pumpkins up to 10 large pumpkins in one growing season. So from one tiny seed you can get a 50-foot long plant that gives you over 100 pounds of fruit. After you carve your pumpkin, what do you do with all that slimy stuff and the seeds inside? Most people just throw it all away, but if you do that, you are throwing away a treasure trove of nutrition. Those little white seeds, pepitas once they're shelled, are honestly one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. But there's one mineral in particular that makes them a true superfood. Pumpkin seeds are one of the best natural sources of magnesium. Magnesium is a miracle worker in your body. It's involved in over 600 chemical reactions, from controlling your blood pressure to regulating your blood sugar. But here's the coolest part. Magnesium plays a huge role in brain function and mood regulation. Low magnesium levels are linked to depression and anxiety, so getting enough can literally help boost your mood and make you feel happier and calmer. Today we think of pumpkins as food and decoration, but if you go back a couple of hundred years, you'll find people were using them in some truly bizarre and desperate ways. In the 1800s, before modern medicine was widely available, people relied on folk remedies for everything. For example, some folk medicine practitioners believed that a plaster made from mashed up pumpkin could be used to treat burns, but it gets even crazier. There are historical accounts of people using a similar pumpkin paste as a supposed remedy for snake bites. It's highly unlikely it did anything to neutralize venom, but in a time of desperation, people would try anything. It just shows how important this fruit was to early American life, serving as food, decoration, and a very questionable first aid kit. Okay, this is it. This is the fact that will change Thanksgiving forever. You know that can of pumpkin puree you buy to make pumpkin pie? The one that says 100% pure pumpkin right on the label? I'm about to tell you a secret that the entire pumpkin pie industry is built on. The stuff inside that is often not pumpkin at all. It's actually a different kind of squash, usually butternut squash. I'm completely serious. The reason is actually pretty practical. The pumpkins we use for carving are very stringy and watery. They don't make for a smooth, creamy pie filling. So food manufacturers use other varieties of winter squash like the Dickinson squash, which is genetically much closer to a butternut squash than a jack-o'-lantern. These squashes are naturally sweeter, less stringy, and have a creamier texture. The FDA has a very loose definition of pumpkin, allowing these other golden flesh squashes to be labeled as such. Your whole pie life has been a delicious lie. So, there you have it. 12 facts that prove the humble pumpkin is one of the most surprising, misunderstood, and absolutely insane fruits on the entire planet. We learned that they're not vegetables, they can weigh more than a car, and they can float. We uncovered the secret of pumpkin spice, the spooky origins of jack-o'-lanterns. Your pumpkin pie is probably made of a completely different squash. I told you this was going to be a wild ride, and I hope your mind is as blown as mine is. From being used as ancient medicine and building materials, to coming in colors like blue and white, the world of pumpkins is infinitely more complex and fascinating than we ever give it credit for. It just goes to show you that even the most common, everyday things can hold the most incredible secrets if you just take a moment to look a little closer. The next time you see a pumpkin, you won't just see a Halloween decoration, you'll see a super fruit with a crazy history. What was the most shocking fact to you? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you enjoyed having your mind blown by these weird and wise facts, do me a huge favor and smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive. We post daily weird wise facts that you won't want to miss. Thanks for watching. Remember, the world is full of incredible secrets hiding in plain sight. Sometimes the most ordinary things around us have the most extraordinary stories to tell. Keep questioning, keep learning, and keep being amazed by the weird and wise facts that make our world so fascinating. Until next time, this is Weird Wise Facts, reminding you that knowledge is the greatest adventure of all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share these amazing discoveries with your friends and family. See you tomorrow for another mind-blowing journey into the weird and wonderful world around us. And seriously, drop a comment below with the pumpkin fact that shocked you the most. Was it the floating pumpkins, the fake pumpkin spice, or maybe that your pie isn't even made of pumpkin? I'm genuinely curious to hear which one blew your mind.